Yo, guys, I'm stupid. I just finished. Oh my I just finished creating this video tutorial. And what I just reviewed it and I noticed that, there's no sound. And then I look at my OBS. It's like, oh, it's muted. My mic is muted. I didn't check. Oh my god. Anyways, we're gonna create this again. We're gonna create this again. It's a CRUD. Make numbers. Well, I'm not really gonna create it again. I'm just gonna copy paste what I did. Update here. Update what we got. Update to read the one as one. Oh my god. Can't believe I did that. Anyways, we're just gonna go. No, I'm just gonna go line by line here instead of just creating something here. So, anyways, here, create the language HTML here. Man, can't believe. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, the head, the title doesn't really matter in our case. So, yeah. Anyways, this great body here is. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Anyways, it's fine. 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 Oh, doesn't work. Anyways, um, I'm gonna get the. Oh, it deleted. Oh, never mind. Anyways, I'm just gonna delete everything here. Also, try to. I'm gonna try to. I guess vlog again, even though I already did that. How poor of me. Anyways, um, let's go back with the HTML. Let's. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna plug myself as well. I'm gonna plug myself. Okay. Let's go with the body here. Visit my website, lowki.com. Bro, I can't believe I did that. I thought I would never be in a position where I fumble in recording. Hopefully it works now. Is it working now? Yeah, it should be working. But yeah, anyways. We're gonna create on the HTML side, label my arrays. Wait, let me my arrays here. We're gonna get a div ID, which is like a placeholder for something. We're gonna get this later. Anyways, sorry guys, I'm gonna just brush through this. The recording was an hour and I didn't see it. Anyways, that I was not recording. Also, I rambled about my work, bro. We're gonna update. I work Monday to Friday. Now I'm gonna work Saturday to Wednesday. So my day off is like Thursday and Friday, which is hard because I'm a chat support PPO and there's gonna be more customers on the weekend because they're free. Anyways, we created this break here to create a space between the my arrays and your output text. Now we create another my output here. Same as like show array at the moment, but they have different function later. Anyways, again, the simple. This is just what would you like to do? Stupid ass, stupid person who can't see that they're who can see that their mic is not working. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna create the big boys here now, which is this one. Let's create the label. Let's get something here as well. The create label create. Then we're gonna put an input tag here, which is it's an empty tag where you can put the text here, an input here. We're gonna create name this ID, create input, and placeholder, which is create, to just let the user know that what to do here. Now we're gonna create a button here with an on-click create item. That's like a JavaScript function caller. That's this one, the create button here. We're gonna create, of course. And next for the CRUD is read. CRUD, by the way, is create, read, update, and delete a program. I think it's a beginner type program, but I'm still a beginner even though I finished in IT. Anyways, because I barely use it, not gonna lie. Maybe that's why I'm BPO instead of a high paying job. Anyways, the label is read because of course CRUD. Now we're gonna get this input bar as ID name read input with a placeholder read input number, just to let customer to again the user know. Button on click read item function. We're gonna again same as the last button. It will call a function because it's interactable. That's the button do. That's what buttons do here. And wait, anyways. What did I say earlier? Oh yes, me and my body would be on the weekend shift, which is probably excruciating. And thinking of it makes me sad. But yes. Um where were we? Oh yeah, read. Now they're this done. Also, my buddy's also from IT. He does this thing. He uses our AI to just do some silly or productive codes for them, like let's say a timer, because for some reason the VPN, the work VPN, is like blocking him from using our online timer. Also, yeah, please note that ChatGPT helped me with this. So yeah. Um. Anyways. Um. We then use the label update, pretty much the same as the update and the create. The ID is update index, and of course, placeholder for update. And we click this, we call an update item function. Now, and the last part is the delete part, CRUD. Delete, delete. The input will be delete index. Placeholder is delete button, and we're gonna create a delete item function later. Now, that's all done. Let's go with the programming side. Yay! Again. Actually, it's kind of like a blessing in my end because I created the video earlier. I have to redo it. That's the hard part, but kind of solidifies what I'm trying to learn here. Also, by the way, I'm not really good at programming. I just create this because I don't know. I want to start again. And again, thank you ChatGPT for helping me this. This is sponsored by ChatGPT. Yeah. Anyways, uh, let's create the array, shall we? Also, when I say it helped me create, I didn't say, well, it did. I'm talking about it. It did help me create the code by ChatGPT telling me what to do, actually line by line. But I can also like prompt it to say, ChatGPT, don't give me the answer, but point out to me my wrongs and what I can do to improve it. Okay. So now we're gonna copy this because I'm stupid earlier. Can't believe I wasted my hour really on that video. But anyways, also like I said, I'm a bit sad that we're gonna be in the weekend shift because it's gonna be excruciating. More customer, more chat handling. I'm a chat support, by the way, and the call support will be like less people as well. So it I don't know the thinkings of our workforce, man. It should be more more agent in the week instead of the Monday to Wednesday, not gonna lie. Monday to Wednesday shift are like pretty easy compared to Thursday to Sunday shift. And when I say add more people to it, I'm not saying me. I don't want to work on the weekends. Anyways, let my RA. An RA is like a place where you can put a lot of items like dog, cat, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, what my explain my example here is string of Amogus. That's what I did earlier. Amogus. Let's see. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's not 6, 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 420. Anyways, yeah, my RE lets us create a library, I guess. All the variables and numbers and probably even function if I don't know if I really search it up. Document that get element ID show array inner HTML my array join. Actually, I forgot what this does. I explained it earlier, but now I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, I think this just updates the array here. As this part also like updates its format, so you can just put x for every variable and integer here. So we're gonna get that. So it's not really a variable, but it's just a way to format our code to make it look a bit, a bit better. Yeah, I think that's the right word. Anyways, we're gonna create the function for the create now. So hopefully you can copy and paste this in your end. But anyways, I should not be like this because I've read Buddhism, man. I'm starting to read Buddhism. I read a bit of the Bible of Jesus. I've been into the Christ consciousness, even though it's like the religions don't really like the Christ consciousness part. It basically just says that to be more Christ like, to act or do what Jesus have said on the New Testament. But not I know it's more of like less of following him and more like being like him, I guess, on at least on the human side. Anyways, let's get back to programming. Stupid stuff. Anyways, function create item. This is the function create item. This is what we're gonna get called when we press the create button here. Now we're gonna create a value, a variable create value. This is like a way JavaScript does it. When we create a value document, then document that get element by ID. Anything that we put in the create input earlier in the create label here. Hopefully, I should have those like presentation pointers. I use Linux Mint by the way, if you can see it in the bottom left. Uh, anyways, when we get that value in the label, whatever we put there, this is the part of the dot value here. We can add it in our array. So if it actually is it actually working? It's working, yeah, it's working there. It actually adds in the array, but the visual part is this too. Well, actually, no. I think if we iterate this, it's not gonna work, or it's gonna work, but you will not see it. This part actually lets you updates the queue in the array. Document that get element by ID show array. That inner HTML, my array that join. So it just updates whatever we put it in there. This is the shortcut way to say it. It updates what we have created on the create array. Then the get element by ID create input that value deletes the thing on what we have put earlier because it's already in the array. We don't need to have it in there anymore. Let's go now with the R of the CRUD function. Read item. Let's go. Let's analyze this. Let read input, which is, whatever is in the input bar or the label bar. Let's call that and create it our own JavaScript variable and get the value -1. I'll explain it later. Excuse me. Then we create a variable result, which is actually just get the array and read whatever the user wants to read it based on the number they have put here on the read. Then document get element by ID, my output in HTML is equal to the result, which is calling the part of your output here. Remember this part? We're gonna update this, and whatever number you put it there, whatever variable you want to read, I'm gonna put it there. So if we update this, read the first one, Amogus. Now it's there, yay! Actually, we can even get this part to get element by the values, no value at all. This would help us refresh the read. So if we read it again, it should oh, actually no. Okay, it's because it create input. It's read input. So if we read it again, it would clear itself up after getting the ones you want to read. So anyways, this part I have to explain it again. Let read input document that get element ID, read input, get the value, then -1. So basically, since the computer usually start counting from 0 and humans start counting from 1. So what this does is, let's say you want to read Among Us. The user would the user would type 1 here because humanly speaking, it's the first one. Now we're gonna apply the number 1 here, so it becomes 0. So 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0, as I've said earlier, is what the computer read in the start, right? So 1 in human language is 0. The first the first number in human language, in human mostly, is 1, unless you're smart like me, which is 0 and handsome. So in human language, we would count first is 1. Computer counts first is 0. So the 1 we put, we minus it by 1, which is 0. So now the computer can understand that that is actually what you want. So let's say if you want to read Sassy, you put 2, right? Because 1 is Amogus, 2 is Sassy in human terms. But in computer terms, it's actually the 1 now. Because Amogus is 0, Sassy is 1. So if we put 2, which is we want because Sassy is 2 on the list, we're gonna subtract 1 from it, which makes it 1, so that the computer gets that you want to read Sassy because it's 1 on their language. You get me? Whatever. It's fine. If there's you can chat GPT it after this. Um so yeah, basically it does what it does. So 2 is actually Sassy now. Yes, Sassy. So if we remove this, you understand what I said. Stupid. Read is actually Sassy. 0 is Amogus. Yeah, they have different language. Weird robots. Anyways. Tomorrow is gonna be Saturday on my time. I'm not gonna get work because this is the last week of my like normal schedule, Monday to Friday. I'm gonna get shifted to another team. Even though the team leaders, like I know the team leader, I know them, and some of the people, members of the team I know of. I'm gonna switch chairs. I'm gonna switch computer. I've gotta set it up once again, bro. Frustrating. I had a lot of things for set up on the previous workspace. Also, my team right now is pretty cool, but I guess I would like to, I guess, get to know those other people as well, even by a little bit. I will miss you guys. Anyways, let's get on with the program. Let's try to make this a bit. Wait, it's been only 20 minutes now. I'm gonna try to finish this within 30 minutes. Okay, we're now gonna create the function update item here. So when you press the button, it calls the function update item. We created a read index. Let read index is equal to document get element by ID read input value -1 again. Because again, how we translate the human choice so that the computer understand what we really want. Let update item. Actually, read index. The element ID here is read input, which is from the read part here, the read label here. Also, of course, if you put something in string here, it wouldn't do undefined. It should be number. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care about that part. It's just a simple CRUD, man. You just Google it if you want to add more. Let update index. Now we're gonna get uh the value in the update label. Then we're gonna call the array, which is the Amogos as the part of this. And what we have put in the read index will now be updated to what we have put in the update label. After that, we're gonna update the array again. So let's say Sussy. Let's read it. Actually, we don't. Oh, oh yeah, I didn't put the -1 back. I was surprised. 6, 7. Anyways, let's read the number 2, which is Sussy. And also it has to be on the number 2 to be activated. It does not work if you read it and it's gone. So maybe the read part, it's fine if we don't include this at the moment. So the Sassy, I wanna change it to Sassy Baka and update it. Bam! It's now Sassy Baka. Goddamn. Nice one, me. So yeah, also visit lowkxd.com. That's my website. I post there sometimes. And now for the last part, the delete function. Where is it? Okay. Now again, if we press the delete button here, this delete item will function. So let delete index is equal to document that get element ID delete index. Get the value, then again -1 to make it understandable to the computer what we want. Now, oh yeah, I didn't explain this great part. The push part here in the create item. My array that push create value. It basically just adds whatever to the last part here. Yes, create it. That push would mean that what you put here will be pushed into the array on the last part. And here, I'm gonna explain it again. I'm gonna go through the lines again. Get this one, the value which is in the index. My array that splice, and in the parentheses delete index and 1. Then that get element by ID, the show array. Get the array, update the array. Then that get element by ID delete index. This label part here, we're gonna clear whatever in there. Now the my array that splice delete index. This the my array that splice, this splice right here. Its function is to delete whatever you want, as long as it's specified in this parenthesis in their arguments, is I think is what it's called. So we're gonna delete whatever you put in the index here on the label, and the one is gonna be how many are we gonna delete from the point where you want to start. how much more are we gonna delete? It's gonna be the latest one or the next from the index that you have mentioned in the delete index. So let's say delete index. I wanna delete one Amogus. I'm gonna delete it. Oh, did I not? I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna delete Amogus. Sorry, Amogus. You're sassy. What happened there is that delete Amogus and only Amogus. Why only Amogus? Because it's only one. So Amogus is counted as the one here. We're not gonna go to the sassy. Now, if you want to delete like three more, of course, the index you want plus three. So one, the index on the left side, this part. Then I would like to delete three more. So it's four. So now if we refresh this, delete Amogus. Now I deleted all of that stuff in my array. Hopefully you get that. So anyways, I think that's it. That's it. I've done everything. Let's try to run this down. Let's create a weekend work. Hoo, 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 hoo. Oh yeah, I can't press the enter here. It's really by create, huh? Anyways, I wanna read the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last one. Weekend work. Hoo, 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 hoo. I wanna update it as I don't wanna work anymore. Yay, it's updated. Now we're gonna delete. I don't know, 6, 7, 6, 7. This is not the third one. Hooray! 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 Anyways, I think I'm hopeful that I and I explained it a bit better. Yeah, it's gonna be on my website, I think, in like a few weeks. But it's also in my GitHub, but I don't really want to share my GitHub. I just put something there for fun. I think I'll also like add this in the description box of the YouTube video. So yeah. Hopefully my work will be easier on the weekend. Hopefully, or at least hopefully I can take it. Again, I've been reading Buddhism, and I'll try to be just observe my thoughts, not to be the one being controlled by it. And also Christ consciousness, guys. I don't know if it's, I don't even know if it's satanic or something, but I don't really care. As long as it helps me be a better person. Hopefully you guys too. Hopefully you guys are being better here and there. Hopefully your programming skills is getting better. Hopefully mine too as well. And I think that's it. I think I have to end it here and review this again so I can make sure that the audio is clear. Whatever. Anyway, thank you guys. Expect more, I guess. I'll try to make more. I'll try to make more of this. Uh, but more simple again, simple coding again because I'm still new. Maybe a bit of devlog maybe in the future. Who knows? But mostly it's just gonna be streams and stuff. Anyways, thank you. Hopefully, you know, you can subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.